Hi, I'm Jill. Welcome to my channel where I'm making over my boring beige apartment one room at a time. I've been planning out my makeovers for months, and I have to say this space was not on the top of my list. I pretty much had no plan for it whatsoever until I found these beadboard panels on Marketplace for free. You never know where you're going to get inspiration from, but as soon as I saw these, I had my full plan for the hallway within the hour. Unlike in my entry video, I haven't changed a single thing before filming my before footage. I will be reusing a couple things you see here, but for the most part, this is going to be a brand new space. I started by looking for some inspiration photos. I knew I wanted the beadboard to be the feature in this space, and I knew a gallery wall was going to be a big part of this for me. And when I found these photos, I knew I was on the right track. As always, my first stop was to the paint shop to find the perfect paint colors. I knew the base color for the apartment was Simply White by Benjamin Moore, so thankfully didn't have to look for that color, but what I did need was to find the color for the beadboard. So I brought home some samples, compared them to the Simply White, to decide on the perfect color. I'm going to start today by just removing everything off the walls and prepping the space for paint. I've already actually started that. I got rid of the rug last week, put it up for sale on Basic Marketplace. But for today, we're going to work on doing some spackling and sanding, and then just taping what needs to be taped and get our prep work done. I think that means it might be time for cutting it. I have a feeling you probably already know what Benjamin Moore Simply White looks like. But, you know, you gotta do it for the internet, right? Okay. Da-da-da.
Since so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day upright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go! All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life. You seem to easily forget.
I've been watching YouTube for nearly as long as there has been a YouTube to watch. And for a long time, I never imagined myself having my own channel. I knew I didn't want to be a vlogger or anything like that, but over the last 6 or 7 years, I started watching more and more home makeover / DIY / interior design content, and I slowly opened my mind to the thought that I might want to start a channel when I finally got my first house to document making it my own. And then in April, I went on my first trip to Sweden, and I was so inspired by the design and creativity and beauty that I thought, why am I waiting? Why not make this apartment as colorful as I always wanted my home to be? So if there's something you've been putting off or thinking about starting, this is your sign to give it a shot.
With the roller coaster of life. Roller coaster. I want to go down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole.
Then it was time to bring the panels to my parents' house to get some help from my dad. I could not have done this part without him, so please leave him some love in the comments.
Now it's about to leave. Oh, roller coaster. Oh, roller coaster.
There was a lot of math involved here, which is not my strong suit, but we measured, we mathed, we conquered. I also brought out some decorative trim to paint, but my dad realized that they would be too narrow on the bottom where they met the beadboard, so we trimmed those too. And finally, it's my favorite moment, time to reveal the paint color. This is Azure Water by Benjamin Moore. I knew I wanted to go with a teal, and I was drawn to this one over and over again. Initially, I thought I wanted something a little darker, but sometimes you just have to follow your gut, and my gut was saying hell yes to this gorgeous color. No regrets. It was around this point that it very much started hitting me that I was not feeling well. I had a fever, and shortly after tested positive for COVID, so I took a little break. I'll be honest with you guys, this probably could have been done in a much shorter time frame, but this took me a solid month to complete. That's just the reality of doing makeovers while having a full-time job, needing to borrow power tools, thanks Dad, and not having a lot of room for activities. I want to give another shout out to my brother, who does not want to be on camera, but he was kind enough to help me hold up the boards while I use the brad nailer. Then I moved on to installing the trim. My dad let me borrow his miter box and saw on top of the brad nailer, and I will 100% be investing in one of these for myself sooner than later. It was so handy and it helped me get some excellent joints for my trim. For the filling and caulking, I used DAP's Paintable Alex Plus and DAP's Drydex. My My brother thinks painting the baseboards was dumb, but I think he's dumb, and that it actually just leveled up the entire space. I was so excited to finally repaint the panels so I could get a better idea of how this was all going to come together. Next, I started gathering frames for my gallery wall from Facebook Marketplace and thrift stores, but I was having trouble finding as many vintage and brass frames as I was hoping for, so I reached out to a couple of my favorite local online thrift shops, and In the Groove Vintage really came through for me. I'll link her in the description box down below. For the last couple of frames I needed, I stopped by HomeSense and picked up a few extras to add a little color to my options. I also upgraded my light switch cover for this very affordable option from Home Depot for less than $5. This was probably the most fun and relaxing part of this makeover for me. I got a variety of photo sizes printed and put them into the appropriate frames off camera. Then I laid them all out on the floor to find the perfect layout. I've made lots of gallery walls before, but this is my first time using just pictures of my friends and family. Once I found the right layout, I traced all of the frames onto craft paper and marked where the hangers were. Then I cut them all out and taped them to the wall in the same layout that I had them on the floor. I made some adjustments, and because I'd marked where the hangers were, I knew exactly where to put my nails. hung up all the photos with the paper still underneath to make sure I was still happy with where everything was, made a couple of minor adjustments, and went back and took all the paper off the wall. I had gone back and forth about painting the trim and doors because I knew how much work it was going to be to undo before I move out of this place eventually. But I knew in my gut from the beginning it was the way to go and it would make things look just 10 times better. So I went back to the paint shop and got some door and trim paint in a pearl finish and went to town. Time for finishing touches. I've had this vintage light for 2 years, credit to Vintage709 on Instagram, but I've been afraid to do anything with it myself because I've never dealt with electrical before, but with a little help from YouTube University and the deadline of this makeover, I got it done. From my research, it's a 17-inch Tiffany style light with milk glass. If anyone has any additional info about this beauty, let me know. I love these vintage Ted Mills drawings of St. John's from the 70s of Cabot Tower and the Colonial Building. A great find from Vintage Salvager on Instagram. I fell in love with this vibrant rug from Simon's and it's the perfect addition to this new space. These are a little hint about how my channel got the name Slip Stitch Studios. I have a little crochet business and my most recent creation are these round wall hangings. A very dear friend of mine gifted me this beautiful painting and it just fits so perfectly with the rest of the space. I made this crochet paper chain at the beginning of the year and I just love how much color it brings to a room. As I mentioned in my entry video, in each of my makeover videos, I want to highlight a different local small business or artist that I love. This week, I'm highlighting Arbour Restaurant and Lounge, a small business owned by my childhood friend, Jess. Arbour opened in 2022 and is an upscale, family-friendly restaurant and lounge located in Beadboard, Newfoundland. They're known for their yummy drinks, delicious food, and friendly service. Plus, if you're looking for a stocking stuffer for the holidays, they sell gift cards in person and online. I'm excited to say that we're doing a giveaway with Arbour for a $25 gift certificate. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and comment on this video by midnight Eastern Time on November 19th. You can visit Arbour at 1 Island Cove Road in Bay Bulls, Newfoundland and Labrador. I'll put their links down below. If you have any suggestions for small businesses or artists that you'd like me to highlight in a future video, be sure to leave them in the comments down below. Time for the final reveal. Somehow the space turned out both exactly how I imagined it and also so much better than I ever could have hoped for. Every time I walk through it, I just have a smile on my face. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like and maybe subscribe. I hope to see you next time. It's true. I should just bring it over here. Oh my god. Oh god. This is really bad. Well, maybe I just have to start painting with that paint again. So glad I caught that on camera.